Airfare out of the US is up 26.5% over last year. That's the US Travel Price Index, not a guess. And the window to dodge it for fall is closing right now because the people who track this stuff say international flights need to be booked 3 to 5 months out. It's August. Count on your fingers. Fall trips get booked in the next few weeks, or they get expensive. So I'm going to show you 5 places where the math still works if you book now. I'm your guy at Net Voyage, and if cheap flights and good food are your whole personality like they're mine, you're in the right place. Let's count them down. Number 5. Medellin, Colombia. Round-trip flights from the US are sitting around $250. I want you to hear that again. $254 round-trip to South America. I've paid more than that to get from New York to Denver in a middle seat. And here's the kicker, the flight is the expensive part of this trip. Once you land, your money basically triples in strength. A full sit-down lunch, soup, main plate, fresh juice, runs you a few bucks. A nice apartment in El Poblado with a balcony and a view of the whole valley costs what a sad airport hotel costs back home. They call it the City of Eternal Spring, and for once the nickname is earned. It's 70-something degrees every single day of the year, so fall doesn't mean anything here. You're not chasing a season, the season just stays. Ride the metro cable up the hillside at golden hour and watch the city light up beneath you. It costs about $1 and it's better than most paid tours I've taken. Then give yourself a day trip to the coffee region. Guatapé, with those 700 painted steps up the rock, or a farm where the guy who grew the beans pours your cup. Booking tip, fly midweek, base in Laureles if you want locals, Poblado if you want convenience, and lock that $250 fare before it notices how popular this city is getting. Number 4, and this one feels expensive but isn't. Marrakech, Morocco. Here's the price mechanic. Summer in Marrakech is brutal, like 105 degrees brutal, so demand craters. Then September rolls in, the heat softens into the 80s, and the prices haven't caught up yet. That's shoulder season, which is travel nerds speak for, the good weather is back but the pricing still thinks nobody's coming. The day-to-day costs are almost confusing. You can stay in a riad, a real one, carved wood, a courtyard with a fountain, mint tea appearing without you asking for it, for less than a highway motel in Ohio, dinner on a rooftop overlooking the Medina while the call to prayer rolls across the city. You'll spend more on the tip in Miami. The Medina itself is the show, lantern light, pyramids of spices, a guy hammering brass who's been hammering brass since before you were born. You will get lost in there. Getting lost is the itinerary. And when the sun drops, Jama El Fana turns into this open-air circus of food, smoke, and drums that no photo has ever done justice. If you've seen those pictures of an entire town painted blue, that's Chefchaouen, and it works as a long day trip or an easy overnight. Booking tip, aim for mid to late September and book the Riyadh direct. They almost always beat the booking platforms on price. Number 3 is the best pure value on this entire list, Cappadocia, Turkey. On the ground, all in, you're looking at $50–90 a day. That's the hotel, that's the food, that's getting around. And I don't mean surviving on bread, I mean a cave hotel, an actual room carved into the rock with your own terrace, breakfast spreads that take over the whole table, and a rental scooter to buzz between the valleys. Now the timing part, because this is why fall works. Balloon season runs strong through October. So the postcard moment, 100 hot air balloons lifting off at sunrise over a landscape that looks like another planet, is still fully on the menu. You wake up at 5, somebody hands you tea, you stand on your terrace wrapped in a blanket, and the sky just fills up. I'm not going to pretend that's not worth the alarm clock. Ground level is just as strange, in the best way. Hike the Rose Valley in the afternoon light, duck into a 1,000-year-old cave church, or go down into Derinkuyu, an underground city that goes 8 floors deep. The catch with Cappadocia was never the cost, it's the effort. You fly into Istanbul, then hop a short domestic flight to Kayseri or Nevşehir. Those hops are dirt cheap booked early, and they sting booked late. Booking tip, base in Göreme, and book the balloon for your first morning, not your last, so a windy day can't steal it from you. Number 2. Crete, Greece. And this is the classic shoulder season heist. In September, hotels and flights on Crete drop 20–40% compared to summer. Same island, same beaches. And get this, the sea is actually warmer in September than in June because it's been soaking up sun all summer long. The water at Elafonisi, that pink sand lagoon in the southwest corner, stays bathtub warm into October. The July crowd paid peak prices to swim in colder water. Sit with that for a second. Getting there is the other half of the math. Position yourself in mainland Europe first, Athens or really any big hub, and the hops over to the islands run $35–$60. That's a lunch bill in a lot of American cities, and it puts you on Crete. And what you get is the version of Greece people imagine before they see the August photos. Tavernas where the owner brings raki you didn't order and won't let you pay for. Mountain villages where dinner is whatever got picked that morning. The Samaria Gorge without a conga line of tour groups. Beaches quiet enough that you can hear your own thoughts. Booking tip: split the stay. Chania in the west for the old town and the harbor, then somewhere on the south coast for the part where you stop checking your phone. And number 1. Lisbon, Portugal. Okay, so here's the thing about Lisbon in the fall. Everyone who went in July paid double what you're about to pay. Same city, same custard tarts, half the crowds. Round-trip flights from the US in September are running around $491, I checked, and October is the deepest shoulder season value anywhere in Europe. Deepest, meaning the biggest gap between what a place costs and what it gives you, and Lisbon in October wins the whole continent. You're not trading anything away, either. October in Lisbon is 70 degrees and golden. The light does this thing in the late afternoon where the entire city turns the color of honey, the tiles, the river, all of it. You ride the number 28 tram up through Alfama with the window open, you eat a pastel de nata that's still warm from the oven, then another one because they're about $1.50 and you're on vacation. Grilled sardines and cold Vinho Verde, dinner for two with wine for what a single cocktail costs in LA. Fado drifting out of a doorway you almost walk past, Sintra when you want castles, Cascais when you want a beach, both under an hour away. Booking tip: TAP Portugal runs the cheap fares, so fly Lisbon direct and base yourself in Alfama or Baixa and let the hills do the sightseeing for you. So back to that 26.5% because here's the real point. Booking early isn't about being cheap. Nobody hands out medals for the smallest credit card statement. It's that the person who books in August and the person who books in October are buying the exact same trip at two different prices, and the gap between those prices is a whole second trip. That's the actual choice on the table. One vacation a year, or two. If that's the kind of math you want showing up in your feed, subscribe to Ned Voyage. I make one of these every week, now go book something.